Hi guys, and welcome back to Bonafide Brummies. Today we are going to be talking about quite a touchy subject. We're going to be talking about male mental health. We thought it was really important to put this out there due to the current pandemic that we're in. People are suffering more and more of their mental health. Suicide rates are just skyrocketing through the roof. And after kind of talking to people, finding out more information, we've realised that male mental health is a massive struggle, and the fact that men don't feel as comfortable speaking about their mental health, men don't feel that they can express themselves, which is what we've discovered along the way. We thought that we'd do a little bit of a video to raise awareness and to ensure that everybody is aware that everybody is human, everybody has emotions, everybody's brains are wired to feel, to think, and we just want to get it out there that everybody is equal, and that we do really need to discuss the fact that men suffer a lot with mental health, and just get it out there and keep talking about it and normalising it for people.
Yeah, because as well, don't think that you're alone, because so many people are going through it. But we do have a special guest today. We've got Paul from Birmingham who's come on to talk with us today. So Paul, if you'd like to just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, about me, I am a forklift driver at the moment, but I've worked with homeless people where there's a lot of mental health problems. Me myself, I've had mental health problems. People don't seem to think that men have it, and there's a lot of macho bullshit around the fact that you have to be hard and you can't express yourself. But
it's kind of how people say, like, man up. I really hate that saying, because what does that even mean, to man up?
Yeah, like, man up, it's like kind of, people say man up to me.
Yeah.
I'm a female, do you know what I mean? And so many times where I felt a little bit low, or I felt a little bit, it's even like that whole thing with the dog, I've got to go because the dog's got anxiety. Oh, man up.
Yeah.
What does that even mean? Like, to tell somebody to man up just completely dismisses the way that they feel.
That can make someone feel even worse. That's not, I don't feel, if someone's in a bad place, you say, oh, man up, because they're feeling a bit low one day, that's not going to help someone feel any better. If anything, it's going to make someone feel worse.
Yeah, but then I also think, thinking of the whole like man up thing, I think that's a lot to do with as well, because I hear more men saying man up than I hear women say. And from the things that we've learned and the people that we've spoken to, it's difficult. It seems that it's difficult. I mean, this is why we've brought a male guest onto the show, because it's very easy for us to sit here and spit statistics down the camera for 15 minutes, but we need like a real insight. So I think like the people that we've spoken to have also said that they don't feel comfortable approaching. Yeah. So if I felt that you were down, I'd be like, Helen, what's going on? Do you know what I mean? Talk to me, what's going on? Whereas a lot of men have told us that they don't even feel comfortable approaching their friend, even if they know that their friend is in a place, they don't feel comfortable talking about it. Why do you think that is?
I think through the ages, well, I'm 52 years old, so from a young age, we've been on media and everywhere, you know, on films, you know, TV programs, that men are these people that have to be strong. That if anything happens, they have to have that stiff upper lip. They have to make sure that everybody else is all right, but not themselves.
Yeah, it's like kind of like man of the house as well, like being
the breadwinner
So, you know, when it actually comes to express, because you've never see men, when back in my day, expressing themselves. Oh, you know, I feel like I want to cry, or you know, I feel really anxious. You know, what can I do? You know, I don't like being in public. How should I act? You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You never seen that on TV. So all the things that have been put onto men, they really don't know when they're feeling this way how to react. So I think they bottle it up. When it's time to be released, it manifests itself in different ways. Or they use coping mechanisms like drinking, drugs, that kind of thing. To, you know,
to kind of like cover it up
to try and help them, or make it look as though they're not suffering. You
Yeah.
know, with anxiety, depression. You know, sometimes they don't even know to realise what it is that's happening to them.
It's so sad, isn't it? Because it's like when we were doing our research, men are 3 times more likely as women to commit suicide.
Yeah.
Women are more prone to attempt suicide, but men are the
Go
ones
through
that
with it.
actually go
Yeah.
through with it. And when they are, I'm thinking about it now, and I remember when I was reading back, and they were saying that a lot of kind of people that have left notes or explained pre-suicide why they've carried this out, it's always been to do with society, work,
Debt, drugs,
pressures around family life and things like that. And I just think, personally, I mean, I know it's a really touchy subject, so like opinions for this type of subject are kind of, it swings
hard
and
to give
roundabouts,
because we're not
isn't
men
it?
as well.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of men actually message us and talk to us about their mental health, but we found that a lot more women were willing to come on and talk with us on the show rather than men were willing to more give us information of what they've been through or what they're going through, but they would never want to come on and speak.
And they've always wanted to keep it completely anonymous.
Yeah.
And I think like a lot of people that we've spoken to have said the reason that they won't speak out about it or they won't say things about it is because they feel judged instantly as a man. Like they feel judged. So is that the case? If you were in kind of like a position and you know you were sat with me and Helen, or you were sat at work or with your friends or anything, and you knew that this was going over and over in your mind, would you feel comfortable to talk about it? And if not, why?
No, because as I said, men are supposed to be these macho type people, and you don't want to come across as a pussy. Basically.
So, but if you looked sad and I said, "Oh, Paul, are you okay?" but you weren't, would you just say, "Yeah," just to shut me up, kind of thing, or would you kind of be like, "Nah, I'm feeling a bit shit today," like?
I think most people, including women, if you ask them if they're all right and they look sad, they're gonna tell you that they're okay.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
It's more about hiding it completely, isn't it?
But men, more so.
Yeah.
And like me personally, you know, to begin with, I wouldn't really express myself.
Yeah.
I'm a very quiet person. You know, I only spoke when I really had something to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now I'm more, you know, 'cause I don't really care anymore about what people think.
Do you think that's,
You know what I mean?
without being rude, a bit of an age thing as you get older? Do you think?
Yeah, become more comfortable with yourself. Yeah. But men are supposed to be taught that at an early age that they can be who they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. I do think that's a big thing.
Because I'm going to be truthful here. There were certain times when I didn't interact with people very well. And for me to even leave out of the house, I had to have a little bit of a drink to take the edge off the world outside.
Yeah.
So, you know, that was a coping mechanism for me. And like a lot of men out there, as you say, won't express that.
Yeah.
But now, if I'm sad, I'm sad. If you ask me if I've had a bad day, I say, yeah, fucking no.
Yeah.
You know, this and that, the rest of it. I have outlets. You know, if I feel stressed out, I have a punching bag or do something. I'm not much of a talker, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I want to talk things out, but I have ways of which I can release the anxiety so it doesn't affect me out there.
Yeah.
You know, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or I can, you know,
I think that's a really good thing, though, that there is ways that you can cope without, some people, like you said, some people won't talk, but it's good that, like, you have got ways. I mean, obviously drinking, but the exercise kind of thing. I mean, me and you always say if we're having a bad day, going for a walk, even getting out, being on your own, you don't have to
just
be with
being
anyone.
out in the fresh air just makes the world of difference.
Exercise is really good for mental health. I mean, the exercise side.
Can I say there's another thing as well where it comes to between the ages of 16 and 25. I think a lot of young guys have mental health problems and it's not recognised. So when they're playing up or being violent or, you know, doing bad things, they get locked up and it's still not, you know, they haven't diagnosed it.
Yeah.
And then they're getting into more rubbish in there.
Because no one knows where to really give them the support.
You know, so they're not supported, rather than, you know, go to a mental well, not institution, but like somewhere to help them.
Like
go work through their mental instabilities. You know what I mean? They're put in jail, and then it just gets bigger and bigger, and then before it's they probably committed murder because they don't know how to release that or talk about it or.
Yeah,
that's quite scary.
Or they're just dismissed as somebody that's acting out in a way, or like the dregs of society because you're acting that way.
So you could go one way, you could go kind of obviously a horriblest thing like suicide and like that, or you can go on to commit crime because you're so angry with how your feelings and emotions have kind of built up and stuff.
And it's there's that big debate, isn't there, as well, with mental health and addiction.
Yeah.
Like that whole debate whether is it addiction or is it mental health? Well, am I using a release because I've got mental health or is my mental health bad because I'm actively using whatever substance.
I think it's a bit of both, isn't it?
See, no, I don't know. I think it depends on the person and the circumstance. So, for example, I've got a friend that's really, really close to me, and I was at work one day and he called me and he was screaming and crying down the phone. I couldn't get anything out of him. I'm like, where are you? Where are you? I need to know where you are. Turns out that he was on Aston Expressway. Wanted to kill himself, was ready to commit suicide, going through all of these emotions. I left work, I went straight to him, took him straight to A&E. We got triaged and the nurse said to him, have you used any drugs or drank any alcohol today? He said, yeah, I've had one beer. And she's like, we can't see you. And I'm like, I've just brought him here because he was ready to jump off the Aston Expressway.
Jesus.
And you are telling me because he's had one beer that you're not even going to consider seeing him. Now, it's only because I work within like a professional setting where I deal on a daily basis with a lot of people with mental health issues that I kind of know how the structure of the system works. So I took him outside, I crossed over the other side of the road, phoned A&E at the hospital and said, I'm outside with my brother, he's about to run in the road and he's going to get himself run over purposely by a car. Okay, we'll send you an ambulance. Where are you? I said, I'm opposite your A&E, bring him straight in. Brought him straight in, went straight through. Before they even had a full conversation with him, they'd already asked him the question, do you think that it's right that we should put you under section? And it's just like, you've gone from telling me that you're not going to see me because I've had one beer today to, do you think we should section you? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a lot for somebody to take on. That's a lot.
Especially if they're in a bad place anyway.
Yeah, and I think working with men as well, because it's men that I've worked with, it's a lot easier for men to fall into this kind of cycle. So women, in my experience, they will rant and they will rave and they will express it. They'll get out and it doesn't
mean me and you could sit here and we could talk about our mental health and stuff.
Yeah,
and we'd be happy to. But
I could talk about my mental health for days. Yeah, but it's just so important, especially to have someone like yourself who's quite a manly man. Like you're not the kind of guy that is like, you talk to him and he'd be very emotional and stuff like that. You are very much a man's man. So to hear, but it's true. Like to hear it from somebody who is so manly and so like it's.
But I understand what you're saying, but there's a lot of people out there, like you say, that cannot express it, and then same way you used to work. There's a lot of issues where men have mental health and can't cope with the situation and end up homeless.
Yeah.
And that's another bracket in itself.
100%. Well, in our research, we found out about homeless men and it was like...
87% of men.
87% of homeless people
are men.
And suffering from some complex needs.
Yeah. Some form of tri-morbidity where it's like you've got a couple of issues going on, so drug addiction, health problems and mental health issues. And
homeless is an issue as well.
Yeah.
That's part of the complex.
So if you had like advice to give to people in our generation, like...
if they feel...
Yeah. If they felt away or anything like that, like what would you say? Because obviously, like you said, you're 52, so you've gone through when it's been entrenched into you that you can't cry, you have to man up, you stiffen yourself up and take it on the chin. But as time is going on, more and more things are becoming kind of visible in the public eye. So like soaps are doing skits on mental health.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah,
a lot of soaps.
A lot of people, and I mean, just in the past 2 months, I think it's like 4 people that we know of personally or through somebody else, all men, have committed suicide.
Yeah, we do personally know people.
Yeah.
It's devastating.
And it's
especially when you look at people that you think you didn't even know they were sad at all. You didn't
it's a
even
pandemic
know
all in
they've
itself,
got families,
isn't it?
kids, and you just think it's I don't know. It really does get to me sometimes. People don't know how to talk to people or where to go for support and things like that. It is quite scary.
And this is one of the ways that, you letting people know that you can express yourself. But like with these things that you're doing, letting them know that, you can express yourself and it's okay to be sad. It's okay to have disorders. It's okay to have depression, because most people in the world have depression.
Yeah,
in some form. There's a massive spectrum, isn't there?
I mean, more or less everyone has depression at some point. Also anxiety, because everybody's a little bit scared.
I feel that.
Everybody's a little, because going for an interview, me sitting here, I feel a little anxious. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
But now I can say it.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I feel anxious, but I can overcome that because I'm comfortable with me.
Yeah. And you're at the realisation that it's not irrational, it's okay to feel that way.
It doesn't make you less of a person to talk about how you feel.
Yeah.
Which I think some people do feel that it's gonna change how people look at them.
Yeah.
People are going to judge them on how they feel.
Definitely. And I think even though, obviously, I'm a female, I think I would just advise people to remember that you are a human being. You are human. You are you are worth it.
You can't help how you feel as well.
Yeah.
You cannot help how you feel.
And to tell someone to man up or to get over it or to just, why can't you just be happy? Like, it's not always circumstantial. You could be look at Robin Williams, look at Stormzy, look at who else have we got?
Loads. I'm going to read some off here, guys, because we actually found quite a lot of celebrities that have gone through mental health, so I'm just going to read a few out. So the likes of Prince Harry, Robbie Williams, Hugh let's kind of get the words out. Hugh Laurie, Brad Pitt, John Hamm, Owen Wilson, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, which, I mean, we were saying about The Rock and Jim Carrey, 2 people that we listen to motivational videos, and to know that they've suffered with some form of mental health and now do motivational videos to people to make people feel better about themselves is just amazing.
It's everything,
But I mean, there's loads on there, so
and just that's what I mean about it not being circumstantial.
They find their centre.
Yeah.
And that's what it.
And it's like music. People can, expressing music, art, all that kind of stuff.
But it's getting back to the point of like how younger people or people can express themselves. There's got to be some people that they can ring anonymously or speak to that will have no judgment. I'm sure there's
the charities.
There's one called Mind. But like even that's got a stigma to it, hasn't it?
Yeah, because it's Mind.
And we will put a list of links as well, guys. If anyone feels that they need to speak to anyone, we will put a list of charities and stuff, won't we?
But we just really, really, really need people, men and women, even though this video is aimed at men because it's such a taboo subject for men, we just really need everybody to understand that you are not ostracised from society just because you are suffering with your mental health at one point. Your mental health does not define who you are as a person at all. Like, there's so many people that can say, oh, Helen's got paranoid schizophrenia, Helen's a psycho. That is not the case. It's not the case. Your mental health doesn't define you. How you feel inside your head is what's going on inside your head. Like, nobody else can stop that. Sometimes you won't even be able to stop that. But there are ways out there that you can get help. There is support that you can go and get. And even if you don't feel comfortable to kind of go out, go forth and step forward and get that support, write it down in a book. Find something that you enjoy, exercise, music, anything like that. Just anything that makes you feel better. Get up, do it and start moving, because we're, as a society, and I'm just even going to talk about the UK, just the UK, like the mental health and the crap that we're put through on a day-to-day basis, work, debt, all of that kind of stuff, like, it's not surprising that people feel a certain way.
And it said, it's 1 in 8 men suffer with mental health.
Yeah.
1 in 8, and we found that.
And I think that's just depression. That's
Yeah.
only depression. So that's, like, completely not even thinking about all of the other mental health disorders that there are out there. Anxieties,
But also, if you think about it, mental health, when you say it holds a stigma, but it's actually normal.
Yeah.
Because it's a mental, if you got a healthy mind, that's mental still. Mental health.
Everybody's got mental health, whether your mental health is poor or not.
Or healthy,
Yeah.
So,
Very true. But you said your friend had done, was it a site called The Waiting Room?
Yeah, so someone that I met through work, kind of, don't know the word.
Collated all the
formulated
sites.
a site called The Waiting Room, and I met her through an event at work that was a mental health kind of event, and it was done through Umbrella, and she's collated this site called The Waiting Room. So it's literally thewaitingroom.org, and if you scroll down to the bottom, there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of subjects and hundreds of links to places that you can go for help. There's anonymous chat rooms, do you know what I mean? There's
so you don't have to put yourself out there to feel like you're going to see someone face to face and talk about your problems. You can anonymously do it and talk about how you feel, and no one will know it's you. Which I think's good as well.
Yeah, and like, our men are important. Our men are so important, and just the fact that so many men are dying, so many people are taking their own lives, so many people are so consumed in their mental health that they can't move forward with a life. They can't move forward and do things day to day because they're so consumed by what's going on in their brain and their perception of what people think if they discuss it. And we just need our men to be safe. We need our men to not be harming themselves, and hopefully
love yourselves.
Love yourself completely, inside and out. And if we can get to a point, if we keep talking and normalising, like, just talking about it here, like just sitting on the sofa and talking about mental health. You don't even have to talk about your mental health. Just talk about it to anyone, talk about it to your friends, to your mom, to your family. As long as you're getting it out there and you're normalising what is normal. It's not ideal. No one having poor mental health is ideal, but it happens, and people can find ways to live with
you'll
it.
Find out. I mean, you might find out that your friend's going through the same thing. But you just don't know.
You'll be surprised. And another thing, always be kind. Always be kind to your friends, people that you don't know, people that you do know, because you just don't know
what people are going through.
You just don't know, and it's like and it's difficult as well. You know, when you're like someone like you who's got loads of banter, and like us, like, I will just say things off the cuff, and after I'm like, sorry.
Did I say that?
Like, you genuinely don't know, and I don't think it's right that people should be like, I'm like anti-PC, completely anti-PC. I don't like whatever comes out of my mouth comes out of my mouth. And I don't mean any malice by it ever, but I think it's just sometimes people need to be a lot more mindful about their like the man up stuff, that kind of stuff. Just be mindful about how you approach subjects. But we'd like to say thank you to Paul.
Thank you,
for
Paul.
coming onto our show.
You're most welcome.
And being so open about his mental health and how he feels.
And anxious.
And very anxious.
We will be coming on again, I'm sure, to talk more about this. So we do want to hear from people. Again, everything is anonymous if you don't want to name yourself or come on and talk. But we want to hear if you've got any advice, anything that you can tell us. We do appreciate it. But thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.